Welcome to This Explainer. So today, we're diving into a really big problem facing our local towns and the super interesting way to fix it. Across the country, a lot of beloved local businesses are in danger of closing down for good. And these are the small and medium companies that basically build the foundation of our local economies. When they face a crisis, well, the whole community feels it. But there is definitely hope. We're going to see how a helpful financial tool called a search fund is stepping up to save these companies and protect the local economy.
All right, let's kick things off with a very simple but really urgent question that so many local companies are asking right now. Who is going to be the next boss? Now, that might sound like an easy question to answer, right? Well, actually, scratch that. For a lot of small businesses that support our towns, finding that answer is incredibly tough. Passing a company to a new manager is causing a ton of worry. Without a clear plan for who takes over, even a highly successful, money-making business can suddenly find its entire future at risk.
So, what's the core problem here? Basically, it's about time. Many local shops and companies are making wonderful products, giving great service, and really supporting their towns. But time is passing. You know, the founders and managers who built these companies years ago, they are getting older. After working so hard for decades to build up the local economy, they're finally reaching retirement age. They've dedicated their whole lives to their work, and naturally, they're just ready to step down and finally take a rest.
And that brings us to the real danger. These older owners really want to retire, but there is no clear leader ready to take over the daily work. In the past, business owners would usually just pass the company down to their kids, but today, younger family members are often moving to the big cities to find different jobs. And at the same time, the current employees, who might be amazing at their specific jobs, they might not want the heavy stress and the huge responsibility of being the top boss. So the CEO's chair just stays empty.
This empty chair creates a huge economic crisis. I mean, think about it. Without a new leader, what happens to the business? The company might have to shut down completely, even if it's currently making a profit. No way, right? But it happens. And when a local business closes, the bad news spreads fast. Local workers lose their jobs, people spend less money, and the town loses its strength. The community also loses the essential services that the business provided. So the big question is, how can we save these local companies before it's too late?
Well, to solve this problem, a really fresh idea is getting popular. It's called a search fund. I know, it sounds like some complicated finance word, but the basic idea is actually super simple, and it works. A search fund is basically an investment group that finds a smart, ambitious business person and helps them take over a local company. The investors give the money needed so this new manager can go out, find, buy, and then run a solid regional business that desperately needs a leader.
The real magic of this idea is how it moves talent around. These funds actively look for great business minds, and a lot of these people are currently working big corporate jobs in the major cities. These professionals have strong management skills and a huge desire to be a CEO, but they don't have a company to run. So the search fund brings this fresh, energetic talent straight to the local towns. It's like a perfect match. It connects the big city managers with the local businesses that are facing a leadership crisis. So how does it actually work? It goes in a few clear steps. First, the fund carefully finds a strong, capable leader who really wants to manage a company. Next, this professional sits down to talk with the retiring business owner. This part takes some careful communication, to build trust, agree on the rules, and finally buy the company. And then, once that's all done, the new leader steps in. They bring modern business plans and fresh energy to increase profits and really grow the business for the future. Now, you might be wondering, who is actually making this happen in the real world? Well, a regional banking network called Yamaguchi Financial Group, or YMFG for short, is actively using this search fund plan. Regional banks have really deep connections in their communities, right? So they know exactly which local companies are struggling to find a new boss. YMFG uses that knowledge to act as a bridge. They connect the money of a search fund with the local shops that need new leadership to survive. And they were really pioneers here. YMFG started this project back in 2019, and they were actually the very first banking group in Japan to try the search fund idea to help local towns. They saw the problem early on. With people getting older, local businesses were facing a massive risk. So using the search fund plan was a really smart, proactive step to make sure businesses in the area could keep their doors open. Since they started in 2019, the results have been just fantastic. Take a look at this number, 9. YMFG has already successfully matched 9 different local companies with brand new leaders. And let me tell you, in the business world, finishing even one company transfer takes a huge amount of planning and legal work. So reaching 9 successful changes, that is a huge milestone. It means 9 historic local businesses, along with their employees and community ties, were totally saved from shutting down.
Ultimately, the search fund creates a win-win for everyone, sending a positive wave through the whole town. First off, it keeps jobs safe. It gives local workers stability so they can keep supporting their families. Second, it really helps the regional economy by keeping tax money and business spending right there in the town. And finally, it just makes people happy. The retiring owner can finally relax, a new professional gets the chance to lead, and the community gets to keep its valuable local services.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to take a second and ask yourself, what is the economic future of your own town? Finding new leaders for local businesses isn't just some boring financial news. It directly impacts the very neighborhoods we live in. When the current owners retire, who's going to step up to lead the shops and services that you rely on every day? Think about it. The search fund might just be the exact idea your community needs to keep its economy strong and its future bright.